What is this here? Looks like a mouth organ or something. Is that a mouth organ?
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody's old mouth organ. Is there a make on there, I wonder? Oh, there might be. Yes, there is, look. Oh my gosh, you can see, yeah, harmonica, it says. Can you see it in the light? I'll have to take that so I can just polish it up and see what it says. There we go. As you can see, at first I didn't know what I'd found there. It was lying broken, small and half lost to the river. But I soon realised I'd found an old Hohner harmonica, which had been silent for well over 100 years. Many of the things I find whilst mudlarking that used to belong to people, pipes, buttons, bottles, buckles, they all tell their story in some quiet kind of way. But this object was different. It was never meant to be silent. It was meant for music, for breath, to be in someone's pocket. And as I held it in my hands when I got back home, I couldn't help imagining who used to play it all those years ago. And the thought occurred to me that perhaps we could make it possible for this harmonica to be played again, to give it a voice. And so the first thing I did was to contact John Cook, a renowned harmonica restorer, to see if he could help to make that possible.
Okay, so let's take a look at this harmonica. Because it's been underwater for so long, the wooden comb seemed to have completely rotted and perished. There's nothing that we can really save there. These harmonicas were held together with steel screws and steel rivets, and because of that, being underwater, they have completely corroded. So now that we've got it apart, we can see what was left of the harmonica. This is how a similar harmonica of a similar age should look like when it's finished. So there are some significant parts that are missing from our harmonica. The main problem with this is that all the steel parts have completely corroded away and they've disappeared. And what that means is that this slide mechanism and the mouthpiece that's held on with steel screws, obviously the wood deteriorated and the screws came out, and then this mouthpiece come off. So we are missing the whole of this mouthpiece assembly. The other interesting thing that we did notice is that, because this is a similar age harmonica, is that the screws holding the cover plates on do look like a two-part screw, and that's how they look when they're made. And this person that owned this put screws in, so that's quite interesting. Let's get it in the ultrasonic tank to give it a good clean. Now these cover plates do tell a very interesting story. The first thing you notice that in the centre of the circle is a small star. It's believed that this star was removed in 1939, just prior to the war, and replaced just with a blank circle. So we can date this harmonica as being pre-1939, which does match the story that it was dropped off by a soldier in the war. Here we can see a very similar harmonica cover plate that I have of a certain age. So you can see that the plating is all worn off now, so there's nothing left of the plating. Just as an example of the star in the middle, here you can see our harmonica, and this is one from a similar age with the star in, and here we can see there's no star in it, so we can date this anything from after the war. It's time to clean up the cover plates now. I'm just going to be using a soft wire brush for this on my buffing wheel. It's going to take off a lot of the tarnish and very stubborn mud really that's stuck on there. Then it's just time for a polish, because these are brass, they didn't deteriorate under the water like the other parts. Another interesting little thing here is that there's a little dent on the top of the cover. That's when the player used to put it in their pocket, and if they sat on the harmonica, it would form a little dent on the top there. It's very, very common, but a nice little touch there that the guy who played this sat on his harmonica, and that's what happened. With a little bit of work, I removed the dents from the cover, and now it's sort of time to put it together. I did find an original comb of the same era, the same date, that we can use, so we're going to use that instead of the old one. And I did find a set of reed plates, again pre-war, that we can use, so now it's just time for assembly.
As you can imagine, it was incredibly exciting to receive the harmonica back from John Cook's workshop. And as you saw, he did such a fantastic job in restoring it. And he even put it in an original Hohner harmonica case. So here it is, completely unrecognisable from when I found it on the foreshore. Now, I didn't want to erase its age or make it perfect. I simply wanted to see if something of its former life could be brought back again. So then came the moment I'd been waiting for, handing it to blues musician Errol Linton to see if he could give it a voice again. So here I am with the harmonica restored by John, which hasn't been played in over 100 years. And I'm at the Jamboree, and I happen to know that renowned blues musician, songwriter and harmonica player Errol Linton is playing here tonight. And who better to bring this harmonica back to life? So I'm going to find out if Errol would be prepared to play it. And if he is, that will be amazing. Errol.
Oh, hello.
Nicola.
Hi, hello.
You're playing here tonight, right?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Right. So I found this harmonica in the mud last year. Hasn't been played for 100 years.
Wow.
And I was just wondering if you would be able to give it a voice again after all this time.
I'll give it a try.
Would you?
Yes, why not?
Oh my gosh, this is just so exciting. Right, here it is.
Okay then.
Over to you.
Number 270.
It's been sitting in the mud in silence. And this is just... Oh my goodness, Errol, can I give you a hug?
Yes.
There's something, oh my gosh, there's something quite moving about that. You know, that has not been played for so many years.
Got the blues, play the blues through it, yes, I did, yeah.
And is there any chance I could come in and watch the rest of your gig in the
Yes,
Jamboree?
you can come in and see the band play now, yeah.
Brilliant. Wow, everyone, isn't that just incredible? It's come back to life again. From the mud to Errol Linton's mouth. Amazing blues musician, songwriter and harmonica player. Thank you, Errol.
Thank you as well.
I'm
Cheers.
really so grateful.
No, you're welcome.
Scruffy. A few days later, I visited Errol at home to talk about music, harmonicas, And the other side of his creativity, his painting. Can you remember when you first started playing the harmonica?
It would have been probably when I was late teens. A friend of mine who was already playing drum kit sold me a harmonica, my mate Taron, and that's how it all began really. And I started discovering the blues through the harmonica, learning the harmonica, yeah. I had a guitar before that, I think, a little guitar, but I just liked the harmonica. You had it on dub reggae a little bit, and but the blues harmonica, when I heard that, I really liked that. So it was different than the rest of the, like different Stevie Wonder sort of vibe or stuff, you know.
So you describe your music as blues, boogie, reggae and more. How did that mix of styles come together for you?
I think it was just natural when I first started jamming with, like I say, with my friend Taron, just in the garage. I remember the riff was kind of like he was doing a riff on the drums. But my thing was almost like it's almost like a ska sort of thing. But that's how it really developed. It wasn't really forced. It just happened naturally because I was into new reggae music before I knew the blues, and there's a kind of connection there anyway, I think. Biggest musical influences? Wow, there'd be loads. On the blues scene, I suppose the usual Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, and vocalists and their music. Love Little Water, Big Water, harmonica playing. When I first started playing, it was Sonny Terry and Sonny Boy Williamson the first. And, just love all sorts of music, reggae. I think I just I'll say there's not one music is my favourite. I just love all sorts of music, jazz, blues, reggae, soul. And that's the sort of thing we grew up with. Anything that was always in our house. We had country, gospel, jazz, a little bit of jazz, blues. Not really so much blues. Maybe Louis Jordan sort of thing.
Not only are you a musician, but you are also an extremely gifted artist.
Yeah, I was painting in my early teens, so in school and stuff. Always liked it from a little child. Mainly up here is you got a mixture of writers and blues and musicians. So you got Jimmy Reed at the top,
Yeah.
Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters. Then you've got John Coltrane, Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X, James Baldwin, he's a writer, Toni Morrison, she's a writer, and James Baldwin, that's Dr. Ross.
Dr. Ross.
Yeah, and that's Mississippi Fred McDowell. Bessie Smith at the top.
Yeah.
Sister Rosetta Thorpe. Billie Holiday and Sun Ra. Yes, the majority is musicians I paint, but then I also do stuff from my imagination, like that one there, the angel. And
yes, that's
like
really striking.
You know I love you. You know it's true. My love, what more can I do? Want you by myself, I hope you understand. I want you, baby, I feel love in mine. I love you, yes, I love you with my heart. Your inspiration, looking back at me.
Yes.
Musicians and writers. I mean, they're big hitters, aren't they? John Coltrane, Muhammad Ali.
Now, going back to this harmonica, which I found in the mud, which was in absolute bits, and then John Cook, who's quite a renowned harmonica restorer, restored it. I wanted to ask you your thoughts on this. Do you think that instruments hold something of the people who used to play them? It's quite a deep and meaningful question.
I think maybe, probably, yeah. I suppose when you get an instrument that's not new, then you do think about the person, obviously, who played it before. You know, I mean, obviously this isn't from 1930s, so you sort of think, oh yeah, when you play it, you sort of think, yeah, maybe I did. Play it before, you know? The person that's playing it. I suppose if you had a guitar and it was B.B. King had played it, you know what I mean? It's a similar thing, isn't it? If it's brand new, then that's different, isn't it? But I suppose, yeah, all instruments, I don't know, I think it's down to the person that's playing it, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, as with all mudlarking finds, we never know really, well, sometimes we do if they've got a name on, but we never really know who owned them and who lost them. But that could have been a soldier maybe, or a sailor. And the interesting thing is that John Cook said when he was restoring it that he noticed there was a big dent in the top, and that the person who owned the harmonica probably had it in his pocket and sat on it and bent it. So the question is, have you bent any of your harmonicas
by sitting on them?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So they develop their own little character. Which
Which
is really nice. So even though an object is lost, it still retains its story.
Yes, that one does, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. And I'm so thrilled again that you were the person who brought it back to life.
It's a pleasure.
Gave it a voice.
No.
So actually your last CD that you released, is it Break the Seal?
Yeah.
Well, we are very fortunate today because we're going to do a giveaway of this CD. Actually, it's over there. I'll tell you what, I'll just grab it. Break the Seal by Errol Linton. It is excellent, by the way. I do have a copy and I've listened to it. So what I need you to do is, if you can comment in the comments below, tell us something that you enjoyed about this video, followed by hashtag Errol Linton, and then in a couple of weeks we'll see which 3 people have won a copy of Errol's CD.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you very, very much, Errol. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Come see the band. Come down to live gig, see us play.